I have an idea. Will you hear me out?
Now hear me out.
How about giving up? I'm getting tired.
Nope, motion denied. Another fork in the road? Such a complicated mystery labyrinth.
Beyond each problem lies the truth. We're definitely getting closer to the heart of this mystery.
I'm curious to see like what Vivia's like so uptight about, you know? So yeah.
Then,
If you don't know, we can always skip up. No, well, whatever. I have a feeling we're getting closer to the heart of the mystery. I just have no idea what it is. How did the culprit use Amapal? As a weapon? As a shield? Neither. I don't even... Huh? How did you come up with this conclusion, Yuma? Is there another, like, try all the possibilities thing?
Do you think
And
neither
yet-
is really the right answer?
Given the process of elimination, that must be it. Amapal's hands aren't designed to hold anything, so it couldn't use the knife to murder the doctor. Which means Amapal wasn't the murder weapon. And the culprit couldn't have used it as a shield. It can't neutralize the toxic gas, and the high voltage shock would destroy it.
So then, how did the culprit use Amapal?
I think we'll find out if we continue down this path.
So are we supposed to make a new one? Hell no! Wait, mine hurricane?
Come on, Master! Huh?
we've been here before. It looks like we've been brought back.
But the door we opened earlier is closed again. Why's that?
Yeah, I wonder why.
Or was the culprit before the
Huh?
crime?
Even the question is the same. Does that mean we gotta do it all over again?
Please!
Well, the logic is still sound. There's no other hiding spot for the culprit besides the airlock.
So you want to choose the same answer and keep going?
If you do, you'll just repeat the whole process again. We'll just be brought back here if we can't figure out how did the culprit use Amapal. And I refuse to walk any more than I have to.
Hey, don't sit down!
What should I do?
Stand up! Stand up right now!
Stop it. Leave me alone.
If you want me to leave you alone, then help my useless master out!
Fine. Just one thing, then. We're back at... Where was the culprit before the crime? Because you're stuck at... How did the culprit use Amapal? With that in mind, these two questions are connected.
Connected? Both the culprit's location and how Amapal was used?
Help him out more! More!
The culprit was hiding in the airlock, where you also left the robot, right?
My brain is being turned into a milkshake.
At that moment, only the culprit and Amapao were there. So maybe the culprit did something.
The culprit did something to Amapao?
Clues are always there, right under your nose. It's a
Was the
detective's
shoe
job
print
to notice them.
there
notice
beforehand?
anything
Like, how would
strange
that
back then?
work?
Any tiny detail? Try to remember.
We assumed that was when
Something
Amapao had gotten
strange.
kicked over.
Hey, now that you mention it, back then. Oh, hey, the screen lit up.
Oh,
So
that
this is
flash
what Amapao
thing?
sees. It's like the cockpit of a mecha. Whoa, what was that? Did it break already? I thought it was state of the art. No, it's all right. It's stabilized. There was a moment when the camera stopped functioning while I was controlling Amapao. It returned to normal pretty quick, but maybe...
See? I told you it was right under your nose. You don't need any additional help from me, right?
That was a clue to help solve this mystery?
Actually, everything in this world is a key to solving mysteries. You just haven't noticed them. Perhaps there is more you're overlooking. Was there anything else unusual?
Something unusual. Something I missed.
Anything else? It's not like Amapao's camera showed the culprit.
Wait, that's it!
Huh?
Now that I think about it, wasn't that strange? The culprit must have gotten ahead of Amapao, but why didn't they ever show up on the camera? If the culprit went past Amapao to enter the doctor's lab, they would have been spotted for sure.
Now that you mention it,
But nobody showed up on camera. How did the culprit manage to pull that off? How can you move from the airlock to the doctor's lab without appearing even once on Amapao's camera?
By standing on top of it or being behind it. But at the same time, you can't stand
All the
on top
pieces
of
are
it
here.
if the gas affects you.
Yuma, the mysteries you face now can be solved with
And
a single
plus, like,
answer.
where'd the kick come from?
A single answer?
Sheesh. I talk too much.
What caused Amapao's malfunction the airlock? Why didn't the culprit appear on
It's a
camera?
Pandora's box of mysteries.
Let's stay calm and think about it. There's plenty of time.
How did
Or
the culprit
not.
use Amapao?
I'll keep reading while you wrap things up.
Remember what he said, Master. All it takes is one answer to solve these mysteries. Use those weak brain cells of yours and think!
Culprit's location. Amapao's usage. Its malfunction. Why didn't the culprit appear on camera?
Well, what got really caused
All
it to
this can be
malfunction
solved with
standing on
just
top of
one
it?
answer?
Because I'm pretty sure it was on the head, right? Brain blast!
got it!
Yeah, but how are they on top?
Culprit rode on Amapel's head, using it as a method of transportation.
How is... But when did that still affect you?
The door opened!
With every open door, it will be harder for you to turn back. Are you sure you want to keep going?
Divya, I really like you, but, like, please, can you, like, please shut up, bro? Like, you said this, like, a million times. Like, I did it already. I did the picture, okay? Like, seriously, bro. Like, just read a book or something.
I will find the truth no matter what. This is for the Nocturnal Detective Agency.
Hey, you said the culprit rode on top of Amapel. What did you mean by that?
Literally what I said. The culprit rode Amapel and used it to get through.
Yeah. How that makes sense?
After we left Amapel in the airlock, the culprit came out of the decontamination device. Then they jumped on Amapel's head. The disruption in the footage was from the impact.
Oh, literally like that?
That's insane.
Is it? I think it's fairly reasonable. Amapel can withstand up to 100 kilograms of weight.
But
So
what about...
someone riding on it shouldn't affect its functionality.
The shoe print on Amapel's head wasn't caused by someone kicking it. It was left there from the culprit hopping on and off.
After that, the culprit simply rode on it as it moved toward the doctor's lab.
Wait a sec. Even ignoring that, there's also the fact that we had those 9 panels. So they could have gotten electrocuted. So not only would they have had to know that, like, we were doing this and everything, but, like, they also would have to, like, the only reason they would even go there is if, like, they knew about Haruki's time traveling ability or
Doing
whatever.
so, the culprit was able to evade the camera and remain hidden as they made their way through the lab.
You're right. If it's true, then it does solve all of the previous mysteries. Imagining the culprit riding on a robot makes me laugh.
But Yuma, have you not realized it? You're still missing something. One major mystery remains.
Oh, unless someone had a spacesuit, right? Like, who it... Like, cause, like, nothing like that's been established, so... I mean, I guess, like, do we need to be, like, a member here again, or something? Like, So there was only a print left by the kick. Is that a person? Hi.
What's with that huge sigh?
The greatest mystery of this case should appear soon. Just the thought of it gets me feeling down.
This case's greatest mystery? This is the panel chamber.
Yeah.
That means the doctor's lab is just beyond it. If we can get through here, we'll reach the goal, yeah?
When did the culprit get off Amapal?
Is this the greatest mystery you mentioned?
Not exactly what I was envisioning.
Well, this is the mystery to be solved, so let's clear it out.
Unless they hopped off at some point
Beats
in
me.
here. When would it have been possible for them to get into the room ahead of us? The thing is, like, that's awfully, like, trusting, you know, well, it can't move at all when, the arm presses out, actually. Okay, whatever. I thought that would have been a thing. Well, I guess, you're trying to say, like, maybe that's what they're trying to say. I thought this was like having its arm out too, but no. Like I thought they meant like the culprit got off like right when this happened, but maybe not.
The culprit murdered the doctor before Amapel entered the room.
It might have just been that random science lady. Then I guess. I mean, like, I don't know who else it could be.
Which means the culprit had to have gotten ahead of Amapel at some point. It was when the door first opened. At that moment, the culprit snuck into the doctor's room.
Yeah, when the doors were slowly opening, just like this. That's when the culprit took their chance.
Right. The moment there was enough space for a person to slip through, the culprit hopped off and went inside.
It's a little too smart for Yomi, so it had to have been the doctor lady, right? I guess. Not that, like, they really give me a solid proof of that, which is fine, I guess, but I mean, it had to have been her. I guess, like, she just knew a lot about this place, or something. Or if the Yakko theory about him being a member here and stuff is true, I guess it could also be him, but I don't exactly. No, he wouldn't do this. He wouldn't do this. But yeah, I guess the science girl. That's like my only guess of who it could be, honestly. The only thing is, like, and I guess she had a spacesuit on, like, yeah, like, yeah, and then they hit in the panel thing, and, but, like, how, like, why exactly was there so much fake in writing this thing, first of all? Second of all, well, I guess the gas would have been avoided if they had a spacesuit on. somehow. Like, just randomly hack that. It's definitely like a lot of, there are definitely like a lot of things to consider, I think.
We still haven't reached the goal! I thought we could get into the doc's lab now!
Is this a joke to you? Your deduction is full of holes.
It honestly is,
If
like,
this is a joke, it's not very
like
funny.
you might actually cook this time, Yogi.
Master, you know what to do.
Of course.
I'll take your garbage deduction and toss it in the trash.
Whoa, what the?
I am the saint of Kanai Ward, protecting it from filth like you!
Honestly though, like, he might actually have, like, decent reasoning. Because, like, how exactly is this even...
The culprit.
Unless they just heard that, I guess. So they just knew they would be okay. Wait. I mean, have they not considered, like, alternate timelines, though? Like, I don't... It's a little...
Britt hopped off Alapal as the door opened, then slipped through the gap in the door.
Oh my...
That's impossible even for Fink the Slaughter Artist! Think about it. If Alapal's line of sight changed just a bit, the camera would have caught it. No one would do something so risky. The crime would have been exposed. The culprit must be really lucky. What, did they use some sort of special power?
Yeah.
Huh?
Speaking of what...
I ain't saying nothing about whatever. Like, can you at least hear the dialogue to the thing I chose? I ain't saying nothing about spectral projection. Whatever, I guess. Alapal's sturdy and has many features not in a body.
Culprit hopped off Alapal as the door opened, then slipped through the gap in the door. That's impossible even for Fink the Slaughter Artist! Think about it. If Alapal's line of sight changed just a bit, the camera would have caught it. No one would do something so risky. The crime would have been exposed. The culprit must be really lucky. What, did they use some sort of special power?
Right.
No.
For now.
The culprit hopped off Alapal as the door opened, then slipped through the gap in the door. That's impossible even for Fink the Slaughter Artist! Think about it. If Alapal's line of sight changed just a bit, the camera would have caught it. No one would do something so risky.
Does it mention it can't look up?
The crime would have been exposed. The culprit must be really lucky. What, did they use some sort of special power? The culprit hopped off Amapal as the door opened, then slipped through the gap in the door. That's impossible, even for Fink the Slaughter Artist! Think about it. If Amapal's line of sight changed just a bit...
I'll slash through this mystery!
Okay, so
Amapal is
it was a little
designed so
hard
when
to
its hand
understand
is
like
stretched out, it won't
what
execute any
exactly
other
he was
inputs.
saying.
That's why when it was pressing the button for the door, the culprit didn't show up on the camera.
You little maggots. Don't get so full of yourselves.
I thought you had Adidas on, by the way.
You're
Look
not
at that.
getting out of here alive.
Like Adidas, like what are those flip flops or something? Really? Like there are actual counter arguments that I was like thinking about, but whatever. Like we're just gonna go with like the most obvious thing, but say it in the most convoluted way, so you have more trouble reviewing it.
That's when the culprit took their chance.
In a video game. So, like what? Okay, whatever.
Opens outward, it's possible to take advantage of the blind spot it creates.
Yeah,
That's
we
how the
know.
culprit managed to stay outside the camera's view as they enter the doctor's room.
Yeah, because he can't move his hair or whatever when the arm is out.
So it's an elaborate murder that took advantage of Amapal's design.
Yeah, it's just obvious. What about the dash?
Whoever planned this must have really wanted the doctor dead. I guess you can call it an obsession. How scary. Just like this passageway. Where will it take us? Perhaps
Dang,
a sweet
daring a lot, huh?
obsession on full display. A room of nightmares.
Knock it off with the weird soliloquies. Let's go.
You're really going?
Huh?
Again? What's with this thing?
Hey, Yuma.
Huh?
When the culprit entered the doctor's room while the door was open,
Huh? Yeah?
at the time, the doctor was in the room, right? If the door opened and an intruder entered, how could the doctor not have noticed?
Kind of been wondering
So
about
what
that.
if he did notice? It's not a big deal.
Yes, it is. If he had noticed an intruder,
Yeah, he would have had
the doctor
the
would
thing,
have turned to face him,
the ashes.
which means he wouldn't have been stabbed in the back.
That piece of trash is right. Your logic is flawed.
Hey, what are you, on the Phantom side now?
Listen to my incredible words of wisdom. Your crappy deduction is worth less than shit! Everything you do is a fucking mistake!
I'm not trying. I'm not even trying to take him seriously, but it's just like even then, it's just like like such a like 12-year-old. Everything you do is a fellow mistake.
Damn it!
I'm
Your
getting no
deduction
point.
is inconsistent! It's full of inconsistencies!
I don't disagree,
By your
honestly.
logic, even if the doctor could
I'm
be stabbed,
so confused on a lot of stuff.
it wouldn't be from behind. That's all impossible!
Okay.
Master!
Yeah.
I don't even know how to. Why are we doing a rebel game for something that like?
Your deduction is inconsistent. It's full of inconsistencies. By your logic, even if the doctor could be stabbed,
So I guess we're going to
wouldn't be from
rebel
behind.
because we don't actually have a point,
Doesn't hold up.
or like there will be no way the player would know. So they're just going to like spell it out for
No,
us.
the culprit did stab the doctor in the back. That's how the body was discovered.
3 times.
that's why I'm saying your deduction is inconsistent. By your logic, the doctor couldn't have been murdered in that way!
Because he would have been turned around. I'm trying to
Culprit
unmute
quickly
these guys.
entered the lab.
This directly like goes against us, so like are we gonna agree with him or like go against him? Like here's the floor of the lab. Supposed to be a top secret file. Oh yeah, house plant. I guess it could be hearing issues. I don't really think that, like, I doubt that's, like, what they want me to say, though. So, the knife with the 3 stab wounds. It was found next to Yakko?
But the doctor was in the room at the time, right? There's no way you missed an intruder. Running is noisy. So Wesker would have heard and turned to face the culprit. And his chest would have been stabbed, not his back.
Okay, I'm like, if that's the contradiction we break, that
The
won't.
culprit quickly.
Okay, so running is noisy. I've always wondered, but like,
Right?
don't you like?
There's no way you missed an intruder.
Well, no, cause running's not that loud, but like, if a deaf person like hears a like really loud sound frequency or something, doesn't that like hurt them or something? I remember something like that, but I just don't. I never know if it's like completely true or not. The intruder wouldn't have needed to kill the doctor quickly, so wouldn't they have been running?
Yeah.
The
Isn't
culprit
that
quickly.
just what I fucking said?
It's noisy. We enter the lab.
Okay, huh?
Time, right?
Okay, so am I right or am I wrong? Like,
Running is noisy.
apparently,
Wesker would have heard
Huh?
and turned to face the culprit. And
I
his chest would have been stabbed, not his back. Unless you think the doctor was asleep. Is there any trace of him being drugged? Even if he didn't look back from his desk,
I'm like, it can't, huh?
he would have heard someone coming.
This is the truth.
But I couldn't contradict that with running as noisy. The worst part is how they told me, man, you used the fact that he was.
Hearing. That's why he didn't notice the intruder.
The worst part about that was the fact that they said, wow, you used the part that he was deaf and hard of hearing. He was hard of hearing to the point he was practically deaf. At the point where he literally mentioned how he would hear something. Yeah, that's why you're wrong. Like, you're telling me I'm wrong because I'm right. And then, like, why do they only want me to go to specific, like, contradictions? Why even have that, like, little rebuttal yellow text thing right there if when you use something that basically says that that's wrong, the game is going to ignore it? It's, like, really annoying. And just, like, the 6th time that's happened. And there were also a few in the last station the takes before that, so it's just kind of like, this is also a problem that Ace Attorney had, but even Ace Attorney, like, sometimes lets you do this, like, review multiple points. So, like, I just don't even get that. It just makes things more annoying for, like, no reason. I don't know.
Now you're spouting nonsense. Say whatever you want, it won't save you. There's a gaping hole in your logic, and there's no way you're gonna fill it at this rate. Because you, more than anyone else, you're the one refusing to see the truth right before your eyes.
What? I refuse to see the truth? Vivius said the same thing, but...
It's strange, don't you think? Isn't it about time you noticed that something's off here?
Huh?
You've solved many mysteries up to now, yet none of them are directly connected to the culprit's identity.
That's because the culprit is the hitman.
If that's
We
the case,
don't know that.
why haven't you reaped the hitman's soul? And that would end the labyrinth.
I mean, we don't even
It's
know
not
who
that
that
easy.
is.
The culprit will fight back unless we solve all the mysteries first.
Unless they're saying it is Bibia because she can go into Ghost Worm or whatever, but and like straight up he would just know to like use the thing, like Kabuki's time thing, I guess, which is why he wouldn't be affected. Wait, no, that doesn't make sense either. I mean, I guess it could be that, like, it wasn't human, like, but really my problem is we're not even mentioning the fact that, like, the dash would have affected them to begin with, unless they had a spacesuit, so, like, none of that is really covering for that, so, like, I don't really know what's going on with Yum Yum and Shinigami right now.
Hang on. What are you getting at?
In my eyes, the reason a single mystery hasn't been directly connected to the culprit is because of Yuma's reluctance. It's pushing away the mysteries that lead to the culprit.
Huh?
Subconsciously, you're closing your eyes to the truth. That's why you haven't touched on the hole in your reasoning.
What hole?
Whatever, that's enough. Just ignore this guy and keep going.
Are they talking about the?
Hey!
Is he talking about the thing I'm talking about, or like? I want to know, Vivian. Like, whatever, right?
Yuma.
Just move on and
Yuma.
don't question anything.
Jeez, go away!
You know what I'm talking about, don't you? The huge hole in this investigation.
Investigation.
What are you?
Just ignore him.
Let's review your deduction.
Probably Shinigami pushing a
The
Lego.
culprit took advantage of Amapau's locked position and entered the lab. And before the robot entered the room, that person stabbed the doctor from behind. However, they bumped into Amapau while escaping, causing it to fall over. That was obviously a mistake, but since it wasn't captured on video, they were able to avoid detection. After
Somehow.
that, the culprit went inside the decontamination device in the airlock to hide from you.
That's
so
correct.
they knew a lot of
So
stuff
what's the hole in my
beforehand,
deduction?
and
It's before all of that. It remains the case's greatest mystery.
Which is?
How did the culprit get past security?
wait, is he actually bringing
What?
up the thing I'm saying? And how did they
Already told you
know?
that. The culprit rode on top of Amapau as Master controlled it and was
Ain't
taken
no
all the way to
way.
the doctor's lab.
But if someone was riding on it, how did they get past the high voltage shocks in the panel chamber?
And how did they get past the gas? Are we gonna... Let's just assume they had space. I'm literally... The toxic gas is material, so regular gas masks are ineffective against it. Even if you hold your breath, this can be absorbed through the skin, and there are no effective treatments for it in existence. Takes about 30 minutes after exposure for the toxins to spread, and death is certain. Anyone wanting to force their way through the toxic gas chamber would need a spacesuit, so... Unless I'm like misinterpreting something.
This is the end for you! You have nowhere left to go!
Oh, come on! Why now?
I won't let you maggots ruin the peace of Kanai Ward! As the king of Amaterasu Corporation and the guardian of Kanai Ward, I will stop you here and now!
Perhaps this, too, is an obsession. Why does he insist on covering up the truth? Tell me, what will you do, Yuma? Are you going to stay willfully blind?
No, I'll fight. Whether it's subconscious or not, I won't look away from the truth. I'll find the truth no matter what. This is for the Chief and everyone at the Nocturnal Detective Agency.
Good luck! You'll never find it. You'll scurry around this labyrinth forever, like blind mice.
There are 9 panels in a 3x3 configuration. You must step on them in a special order to proceed. Stepping on them in your own order unleashes a high voltage current. Unless Yakko was, I mean, this, like, the motive wouldn't make sense for Yakko unless he was a mole or something, and it just, in general. A lot of things just, Like, I don't know
Run
who it
away,
could be other than that
looking for an
woman.
answer that will never
Unless it
come.
was Yomi. And I also don't know, like, how we just got past the gas. I don't know what's really going on, to be quite honest.
Keep playing with you.
Yeah, and it couldn't be no ghost form because of that.
Your shit deductions. You still haven't solved the greatest mystery. How did the culprit get past the security? The critical lab security system was always... is live. There was no way to reach the doctor. The panel chamber shocks would have fried the culprit. That security system? No living human can breach it. Don't tell me the culprit is a robot!
But... that's right!
Keep playing with your shit deductions. You still haven't solved the greatest mystery! How did the culprit get past the security? The critical lab security system was always live. There was no way to reach the doctor. The panel chamber shocks would have fried the culprit. That security system? No living human can breach it! Don't tell me the culprit is a robot!
But... that's right!
Keep playing with your shit deductions. You still haven't solved the greatest mystery! How did the culprit get past the security? The critical lab security system was always live. There was no way to reach the doctor. The panel chamber shocks would have fried the culprit. That security system? No living human can breach it.
Right.
Maybe...
Keep playing with your shit deductions. You still haven't solved the greatest mystery. How did the culprit get past the security? The critical lab security system was always live. There was no way to reach the doctor. The panel chamber shocks would have fried the culprit. That security system? No living human can breach it.
I'll slash through this mystery.
So it does have to do with the Ruby Forte, but how? So I guess they could have heard us. Maybe they knew somehow, but it can't be me, Deshihiko, or Fubuki, right?
A human could get past the panel chamber by using Fubuki's forte. In fact, that's how we got past the panels. The high-voltage shocks kept destroying Amapel. But we reversed time every time that happened.
Once.
So whenever it was
Like,
struck
I
by
got
the
done
current,
one try.
you went back in time. But while that was occurring, the culprit, a human, was riding on top of Amapel. That person was burnt to a crisp every time you failed.
But
Which means you killed the culprit over and over again.
Vivia,
If only you had chosen to remain ignorant, I would have walked beside you in silence. But if you intend to seek the truth, then I must stand in your way.
What are you doing? Why are you doing this?
He's going to betray you, Master.
Betray me?
It's up to you, Yuma. This is your final chance to save the world you believe in. What are you going to do? It's time to decide your past and your future.
Yeah, because it couldn't have been Fubuki, Deshihiko, or Yum Yum, so either it was Vivia, Yako, or Halara. If they would pull that. I mean, Yako, like, could have just done it beforehand, then got killed by someone else. Well, no, cause like Yako's dying word, so it couldn't be Yako. Why would he like lie and it's a dying word? Well, I guess he's not dead yet, but whatever. This is why I kind of just stopped coming up with theories, honestly.
Why, Vivia?
Whoa. Oh, Vivia's on the string up there. Look, she's on the string up there. Well, hopefully I have a chance where I can zoom in. Okay.
How did the culprit bypass the toxic gas chain?
Thank you!
Impossible to avoid the gas.
Yeah.
The culprit would surely die. You should already know this, right? The gas is a special trait.
Oops.
The gas can see through even a gas mask. No ability can nullify its toxicity. Once it hits you, you're done for. You die before reaching Weska. No one can get past the gas chamber.
Right.
It sure does seem like it'd be impossible to get around the gas. Like, what is he going to do? Sleep? Like, I mean, where would he even sleep to begin with? But the culprit definitely made it through the toxic gas chamber. Is there actually a way to avoid the gas? What could it be? Now let's check the info on the toxic gas. There may be something we're forgetting.
Let me at.
So is it taking 30 minutes for it to spread?
Ask you.
I feel like that's a natural question to ask,
How
though.
did the culprit bypass the toxic gas chamber? It's impossible to avoid the gas. The culprit would surely die.
Maybe.
Look,
Before I...
we ask you.
Is that what I just asked? Let me check
How did
real
the culprit
quick.
bypass the toxic gas chamber? It's impossible to avoid the gas.
Yeah, I avoid that.
The culprit would surely die.
Okay.
You already know this, right? The gas is a special trait.
Huh? That's clearly why you use the contra...
The gas can see through even a gas mask. No ability can nullify its toxicity.
Say,
Unless they don't want me to actually,
Let me ask you.
you know, use this
How
bullet
did the culprit
point.
bypass the toxic gas chamber? It's impossible to avoid the gas. The culprit would surely die. You should already know this, right? The gas is a special trait. The gas can see through even a gas mask. No ability can nullify its toxicity. Once it hits you, you're done for. You die before reaching Weska. No one can get...
this is the truth.
So many ago. It's like the game only wants you to like hit this one specific point, even though like so many of those points you could use that things. So it's
If
just
you
like
pass through the toxic gas, you'll die. But you'll have 30 minutes before it kills you.
it's like I guess it's like thinking ahead of the game, but like it feels like such a big oversight to like have multiple like, cause yeah, obviously like, oh well, it actually won't kill you because 30 minutes. Like, but no, you gotta go to the very last one where he says, before you go to Dr. Waska. Even though it's like clearly like what we're arguing against with the bullet points, it's the same thing with the other ones. So it's just like, it's like this, I don't know, the gameplay for this one is a little goofy for me. It's like a good mystery, but like, it's just like the gameplay, like they just like, I don't know, they're like, there's no paying attention to like the fact that it's just like they don't pay attention to your like actual truth bullets. They only pay attention to like, you know, like this specific point, even if like basically all the points can be reviewed in the same way, and it's just really getting on my nerves now.
Which means you could survive for 30 minutes.
What? Don't tell me.
There are no gas masks here that can block this toxic gas, and no fortes that can nullify it. There's only one way you could get through it. You do nothing. You endure it in hopes of Amapel taking you to the next room.
Then
So-
the culprit didn't do anything to counteract it and just passed through the toxic gas?
It's the only explanation that makes sense. This is the truth.
So the culprit is dead?
I can't believe it. But if the culprit really did just endure the toxic gas,
Then they...
the culprit is...
It appears you finally glimpsed the truth, Yuma.
Cool imagery. Let me go back and like try and decipher like what exactly you're saying. Cause like, if you pass through the toxic gas, you'll die. But you have 30 minutes before it kills you, which means you could survive for 30 minutes. Don't tell me. You're no guy, the only way you endure it, and also, are we saying like Yakko was the one? How exactly that makes sense? No, but that isn't, and then like, what?
Well, how does it feel to have your world shatter before your eyes? Isn't this what you wanted?
What are you talking about?
What's he talking about?
Yomi's mystery phantom and Fifia are both right. Subconsciously, I didn't want to know the truth.
Huh?
Up until now, the Mystery Labyrinth was withholding the mysteries that led to the culprit.
Yeah.
And that's because it's a reflection of my own reluctance.
Master, what's wrong? Do you know who the culprit is? It's the hitman, right?
Did Yakko have someone else kill him
He's
or
worthless.
something? Like, then what would be the point of the
Nothing
speech?
has less value in this isolated rainy
Vivia's
city.
Change of
No
view.
one wants the truth.
What?
Not even
Unless
you.
that was to make it seem more realistic.
Now, rot away and die right here. No one will get in my way. Kanai Ward, Amaterasu. They both belong to me.
Who is this guy? Like, nobody was even thinking about you. Give me attention, please! Oh, I'm Yomi. You know, Yomi Dookie Grin smile. Oh, please notice me. Oh. Please, Coco Head
If the
Senpai.
culprit carried out the crime like you deduced, then they should be dead from the toxic gas. But no one at the scene has died from poisoning. If you can understand that much, then what are you still doing here?
Doesn't.
You're right that no one in that lab died from that toxic gas.
Are we saying it hasn't been 30 minutes since, Yakko was stabbed? Like,
But that was part of the culprit's plan from the beginning. They planned to distort the facts of their death.
Yuma, are you sure you want to face the truth? Your world will fall apart. The world that you believed in.
oh, I'm really trying not to, like, blow up at you, Vivia, please. Like, I did it. You don't need to keep saying that. I don't even know what Yuma's acting so crazy over.
It's not even worth debating. Is this the best you can do to refute it? Just give up and die!
With this, I'll expose the truth.
The culprit misrepresented their death by using the hitman. The culprit realized their plan would be exposed if someone in the lab died from toxic gas. So they used the hitman to cover up their own death.
Use the hitman?
Meaning, the hitman wasn't hired to assassinate the doctor. They were hired to cover up the culprit's death by toxic gas.
Huh? The hitman's target was the culprit? Not
Like,
the
we
doctor?
said Yakko still had a pulse or whatever, and so wasn't. I mean, I guess that could be Vivia, but why would he act like he was, like, moved by Yakko's words unless that was just a ploy to,
But the doctor was stabbed by the knife with the inscribed F. Doesn't that belong to the hitman?
All you would need is a similar knife. The story of Fink the slaughter artist using a knife inscribed with the letter F is well known.
Nah, we leave it alone until we receive further orders. Did you see the knife stuck in his back? It's the one that Fink the slaughter artist uses, right? I've heard about his knives inscribed with the letter F.
So it was all a ruse? The real culprit made it look like the hitman did it?
Stop. Stop, 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 stop! You useless garbage! To hell with detectives and the truth! I won't let you have your way in my city! There is no real culprit! Dr. Wesker was killed by the hitman!
Huh? What's going on? Who's the real culprit?
The real culprit.
did Yomi work with
Real
Yakko?
culprit
Like,
is...
The time has finally come.
shut up!
It's
Just
time for
tell
you to
me.
acknowledge what you've known all along.
Everybody's acting so dramatic when I don't
The
even
tiny
know what's
crack
going on.
spreads any further, the mirror will shatter, exposing the chaos of the real world. Knowing this,
I know they're trying to make
Will you
this
still
emotional, but like,
expose the
I don't know,
truth?
it's not really working.
then show me your conviction.
The clues pointing to the identity of the hitman's target. I know. I've
I
known
don't.
all along.
This story's not,
Expose the truth.
okay,
If
okay.
you want to burn the world down.
Oh my, bro, stop, Vivia, seriously. Like, why is this chapter being horny?
The bloodstained photo found in the hallway near the lab. There was a person pictured with a woman. That was the hitman's target. The real culprit behind this case. The blood obscured the person's face, but I know who it is. It could only be one person.
Okay, but how is
It
this,
could only be...
like, what is
How do you know?
the backstory
That person in
behind
the
it?
photo is the hitman's target. And who is it?
It's...
So, what's the backstory to the case?
Don't you dare say another word! No one wants the truth!
I don't understand, but
Okay, the mystery's really good, but like, I'm trying to take it, but like, they got emotional before you even know what's like really going on, and I still don't really know what's going on. Like, there are still a lot of like, you know, questions to be had, so
good luck, Master. I'm always by your side, haunting you.
there's that, and then there's also the fact that like, we know nothing about Yakko, so, you know, like, I mean, like, what, he always makes us do his laundry? Like, so dramatic. Yo, can you just let me pick already? Dang. I'm trying to figure out, like, what's been going on this whole chapter, like. He's disintegrating. He's disintegrating. Okay.
Chief. Yakko.
What's up?